Hey everyone, I'm Karen, aka Belle, aka Bella. So I just finished answering a question from Lexi Lou, and she wanted to know how to become a stripper if you're shy. This video, I wanted to focus on Space Monkey's question, and basically the question is how to end a dance. What do you say when you want to move on to the next guest, but want him to stay happy or want him to come back in? Okay, so again, I'm not going to say that everything I say is going to be correct, but I'm just basically speaking from experience and what I like to do. So after my dance, I usually stick around for 1 to 2 minutes, literally, and I'll just continue being, I guess you could say, flirty or just playing the fantasy. 1 to 2 minutes, and after those 2 minutes are up, I'll start getting dressed. I'll put my top on and my bottom on, and basically giving a hint that I'm about to bounce or I'm about to move on to the next guest. If the customer doesn't get the hint, I'll usually tell him how much of a great time I had. I'll ask him if he had fun, and I'll pretty much tell him, hey, I had so much fun with you. I would love to see you again and continue getting to know you, or something within that area. Um, and usually the customer will say, yes, I would love to see you. When do you work? And if he asks you when you work, just give him your schedule and let him know when you're there. Um, I usually don't like giving out my phone number, but if the customer spends a good amount of money, and my minimum limit, I guess you can say, is $100. So if he spends $100 or more, I might think about giving him my number just because I want to keep that customer. It's better to have safe money, I guess you could say, with regulars than having to bounce off to each customer. But yeah, so pretty much I tell him that, and I'll just hug him, keep making eye contact, smiling, and be flirty, I guess you could say. So if that doesn't work, I'll usually just ask him, hey, are you gonna stick around for a little bit, or do you have to go home, or do you have to go? Um, Usually when I ask that, they usually say, no, I have some stuff to do. I gotta get going. So then that's the perfect opportunity to again say, hey, well, I would love to see you again. And just by you saying that will kind of hint that you want them to come back. Um, so another scenario, I guess, that I have is if I have a regular customer coming in that day, and he comes in before the time that we had scheduled, and I'm already dancing for a customer, I'll tell the customer I'm dancing for, hey, I forgot this guy was coming to see me, and I'm just having so much fun with you. I'm having a great time. Um, I would love to stick around with you, but I had already scheduled with that customer. Can you come back to see me another day? And of course, sometimes they'll say yes, they will. So that's just some ways that you can actually get them to come back and still, I guess, seem attractive to them, and pretty much move on and make your money. So, and also, most customers are very supportive. So if you tell them, hey, I have to go make a round real quick, and if you're still around, I'll come back and talk to you. They'll usually say, hey, no problem, go make your money. I'll still be around for a couple minutes, or if I don't see you today, I'll see you another day, or something like that. So it always works out. And usually, what I like about giving dances and pretty much expressing my gratitude towards the dances, I guess you can say, is that if I see them around and I didn't give them my phone number or I didn't give them my schedule, they'll remember you and they'll want you to come back and dance for them. You also wanted suggestions on how to stay attractive to men while saying no to them, or that you want, or that you won't go home with them. Okay, so this is a very hard question because honestly, as strippers, we come across that a lot, more than you would think of. And it gets me kind of upset because customers should know that strippers aren't prostitutes, but they don't understand that. So they figure that since it's kind of related to the same industry, that you're going to find someone to take home with you. And that's not the case. Um, so, how can I answer this? So there's some customers who strictly go to the clubs trying to take somebody home who aren't going to spend any money. Those are the customers that you want to stay away from. Usually those customers will keep bothering you about taking you home and pretty much ignore the whole conversation or whatever. They'll just try to keep pushing. Those are the customers you want to say, hey, no, I don't do this. And pretty much just go to the next customer, because they're not going to stop. They're strictly just there, and they think they're going to find somebody to take home without having to spend any money. Now, there's some customers where they've asked, hey, do you ever go outside of the club with customers or whatever? And then I'll say, no, I don't do that. But I love to have fun here, and I give great dances. So maybe we could have fun getting some dances. And sometimes I do end up convincing those men to get dances. So you just got to be careful and kind of read them and try to just follow up and make sure that they're not just there for that. I'm saying that there is some customers that will ask that, but they'll still spend money on you. So just try to read them and try to figure it out. You're still going to be attractive to them. Just like I said, be sweet. And if you have to put your foot down, do it in a sweet way. That way they won't kind of like, I don't know. Like I said, guys don't like drama or gossip. So just try to keep it mellow and try to keep it sweet, and everything's going to be okay. But those customers that will spend money on you, just be sweet to them and be like, no, sorry, I don't do that. My excuse is that I'm married, so I usually just tell them, no, hey, I'm married and my husband picks me up and drops me off. Sometimes he'll wait for me outside. But if you don't have a boyfriend or husband to make as an excuse, then just tell them straight up, no, I don't do that. We can have lots of fun getting dances or going to the VIP room, and just see how it goes. But yeah, that's all I have for you. And like I said in my videos, for disclaimer purposes, I'm not trying to get anyone to become a stripper. I'm just trying to help those girls out, basically based on my experiences, and this is all like what I've been through and stuff. So this might not all be all right, like everything I'm saying might not be correct, but I'm just trying to help you guys, just pretty much telling you basically my personal stories. So thank you guys again so much for watching my videos. Thanks for the thumbs up. Keep giving me thumbs up. Subscribe to my videos, and I will see y'all in my next videos.